Imagine waking up one morning and finding an entire colony vanished without a trace. No bodies, no signs of battle, no screams in the night, just empty houses, abandoned belongings, and one mysterious word carved into wood: CROATOAN. This is the terrifying true story of the lost Roanoke Colony, one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in American history. The story begins in the late 1500s, during the Age of Exploration. European powers like Spain, Portugal, and France were racing across the oceans, searching for wealth, land, and power. England did not want to be left behind. The ambitious English nobleman Sir Walter Raleigh received permission from Queen Elizabeth I to establish a colony in the mysterious lands of North America. The location chosen was a remote island off the coast of present-day North Carolina, Roanoke Island. At first, everything seemed promising. In 1585, the first English settlers arrived on Roanoke Island. Soldiers, explorers, and craftsmen attempted to survive in an unfamiliar land filled with dense forests, dangerous weather, and uncertain relations with Native American tribes. Food quickly became scarce. The settlers struggled to adapt. They depended heavily on local tribes for supplies and guidance. Tensions soon grew between the English colonists and the native Algonquian peoples. Conflicts erupted. Fear spread across the colony. Eventually, the first settlement failed, and the colonists returned to England with the famous explorer Francis Drake. But England refused to give up. In 1587, a second group of settlers sailed to Roanoke under the leadership of Governor John White. This time things were different. The group included women and children, meaning England intended Roanoke to become a permanent settlement. Among the settlers was White's daughter Eleanor Dare, who gave birth to a baby girl named Virginia Dare, the first English child born in the Americas. Hope filled the colony. But danger was everywhere. Supplies were limited. Relations with nearby tribes remained fragile. The colonists desperately needed help from England. So John White made a difficult decision. He sailed back to England for supplies, promising to return quickly. He had no idea that he would never see his family again. White's return was delayed by war. England was preparing for a massive conflict with Spain and the feared Spanish Armada. Every available ship was needed for battle. Years passed. White desperately tried to organize a rescue mission, but storms, pirates, and war prevented him from returning. Finally, in 1590, 3 years later, he reached Roanoke Island. What he found shocked him. The colony was completely deserted. No people. No skeletons. No signs of violence. The houses had been dismantled carefully, not destroyed in panic. And on a wooden post, one strange word was carved: CROATOAN. Nearby, another partial carving read: Zero. That was all. The colonists had vanished. For centuries, historians and investigators have debated what truly happened to the Roanoke settlers. The most accepted theory suggests the colonists integrated with the CROATOAN tribe, friendly Native Americans living nearby. Perhaps they abandoned the struggling colony and moved south to survive. Some later reports even described Native Americans with gray eyes and European features. Could the colonists have blended into local tribes and disappeared into history? Maybe. Another theory claims the settlers simply starved to death. The colony faced food shortages, harsh weather, and isolation. Disease could have spread rapidly. If the survivors scattered into the wilderness searching for food, their remains may never have been found. Some historians believe hostile tribes attacked the colony. Others suspect Spanish forces destroyed the settlement to prevent England from gaining power in the New World. But no clear evidence of battle has ever been discovered. That makes the mystery even more terrifying. Another possibility is that the settlers attempted to sail away using small boats. Storms along the Atlantic coast were deadly. If they were lost at sea, no trace may have survived. Even today, archaeologists continue searching for answers. Excavations on Roanoke Island and nearby areas have uncovered tools, pottery, weapons, and small clues connected to the settlers. But the final truth remains hidden. The disappearance of Roanoke Colony is considered the first great mystery of English America. More than 400 years later, nobody knows exactly what happened. Imagine living in a distant wilderness, surrounded by fear, hunger, storms, and uncertainty. Then one day, your entire colony disappears forever. No goodbye. No explanation. Only a single word left behind. CROATOAN. Was it a message? A warning? Or the final clue to a mystery history may never solve?